Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be focusing on the neighborhood of St. Matthews, which is a little further east outside of downtown Louisville, and we're going to cover what we usually do, all the great aspects, and then at the very end we're going to go over what homes are currently for sale so you can get a good idea of cost. My name, again, is Joan Pauley, and I founded Joan Pauley Real Estate to help people navigate all the parts of Louisville, give them the ins and the outs, and try to give you an overview of what kind of housing stock you can see in that area. So without further ado, let's turn to the map and see where St. Matthews is. So here we are with the St. Matthews map up, and as you can see, we're traveling to the east of downtown Louisville. We're still staying on that Frankfort Avenue road. We've covered that with Crescent Hill and more of the inner ring suburbs there, but we're going to continue east. And like I said at the beginning, St. Matthews has a lot of good blended qualities between both a little bit of suburbia so that it's not entirely walkable, but it's still very walkable, yet you're in proximity to just about everything. So this is the context of where we're going to be talking about. If you work downtown from here, depending on traffic, it'll take you about 10 or 15 minutes to get in. Now let's talk demographics. Looks like the population in St. Matthews is 17,000 people, with about 9,000 households. The median age is 37, so a lot of first-time home buyers are there. There's more owner-occupied homes there. 55% are owner-occupied, where a little over 45% are renters. And right now, this is year-end 2024. The median home price there value is in the low 300s, like 302. You can even find some townhomes and condos a little bit less, like in the 290 range. But that's going to give you an idea of about what the market rates are there. In terms of the walk score, the walkscore.com gives St. Matthews a 50 walk score, a 36 transit score, and a 47 bike score. So as I referred to earlier, there's a real nice hybrid blend of some of your more suburban neighborhood areas where you do have to drive a car, but then you can also select areas that are on the fringes of St. Matthews, more towards Crescent Hill and Clifton area, where it is walkable to a lot of restaurants. There's a ton of things to do that we're going to get in here later. There is, I'll be honest, Louisville's mass transit is an oxymoron. We do have a bus system, and there are more locations for pickups in St. Matthews because of its location. So there's that, and there is some biking, but according to the walk score, it's not great, and I would agree, it's not easy to get around on bike in St. Matthews. Now, in terms of amenities in St. Matthews, there's a ton. I'm going to start with our park system because we're so well known for parks. The park system located within St. Matthews is Seneca Park, and I'm going to read from the city site. It's 531 acres, and my daughter had soccer practice there back in the day, so I'm very familiar with it. I loved her practicing there because I could walk around the paved track. It was awesome. But the amenities are, it's a ball field, basketball, cross country, field hockey. You can play golf there. The public golf course is there. They have horse riding trails. There's some horse stables, believe it or not, in St. Matthews. It's crazy to think you're that close to downtown and you have horse stables there. You've got the picnic tables and shelter, playground, of course, restrooms. You can do soccer, tennis, volleyball, and walking. It's a beautiful park, and it's just so convenient. So that's a huge plus for having living in St. Matthews. One of the other beloved institutions in St. Matthews is the cooking at the cottage, and it's on their website. They say it's Kentucky's only independent culinary retail store with Louisville Premier Cooking School. So this isn't a culinary school. This is a place where you can go and have some fun doing cooking lessons, and they've got a very nice retail store. It's very warm and cozy. So from a local perspective, that's an institution. And then St. Matthews also has our two main malls. And just like any other of the malls around the country, they're trying to revitalize themselves. The negative part about them being in St. Matthews is they're both on the same road, which is Shelbyville Road, which is a massive thoroughfare through there. So traffic is not fun on Shelbyville Road, and you really just have to know timing of when to go. And there's some kind of back streets that you can figure out, so you don't have to stay on Shelbyville Road the whole time. But in terms of the malls, they have things that they've tried to revitalize, like of course they have the cinemas there. They have Dave & Buster's, also Top Golf. I have not been, but a lot of friends and family go there, and they say it's a blast. Louisville fought that, to be honest with you, the neighbors there, but they lost, and now Top Golf is there, and that's bringing some ancillary things you could do at the mall besides just shop. Let's see, what else? Down the street, across from some of the malls, is 10-pin bowling, and that's an institution. And then behind that are the St. Matthews ball fields, softball fields, and that's where my grandkids play softball. Then also a really cool place in terms of local foods. There's a place called Bowman Field that offers an airport for the smaller prop planes. You can't get jets in there, but it's for smaller prop planes. Every Derby they do the light up the balloon glow there, which is fantastic. But also, in addition to it being a small little airport, there's a restaurant in there called Le Relais, and it's also an institution. I've not been there, but it's one of those very special place anniversary, special celebration places in my mind. Another fun part of Le Relais is you get to watch the planes take off and land, and so that supposedly is kind of like a cool window out to the world view while you're enjoying your special dinner. So there are just a tremendous amount of local restaurants, just like in other parts of Louisville. But you also have, with that Shelbyville Road, you also have, sprawl, and you have a lot of the chains and that kind of thing. So you really are starting to get a real hybrid mix of the inner ring suburbs and all of the local flair that comes from that, and your malls and some of your big box retailers on Shelbyville Road. So you have a lot to choose from, and that's never a problem in St. Matthews. Next up, we're going to talk about schools. We'll start with public schools, and I always put down in the description the links that I use to access this so that you can go back and look at your leisure. So just to know, for St. Matthews, your zip code you're going to put in is 40207. So when I do that, we've got it's the My School Location site, run by Jefferson County Public School Systems. You've got so many choices in terms of what they call approved elementary clusters. So if you live in St. Matthews, you can go to any of these schools. And the cool thing about this site is each of those schools has their own website. So you can do a deep dive if you're not familiar with any of them. You've got Alex Kennedy Elementary, Breckenridge Franklin, Chenoweth Elementary, Field Elementary. That's where my kids went to elementary school. It was phenomenal. It's further, it's closer to the Crescent Hill area, but it's a 5-10 minute drive, no big deal. And St. Matthew's Elementary. So I'm not going to go into each one of those to tell you, what their report cards are. I'll leave that up to you to address that. There's one approved middle school, it's Westport Middle, and there's one approved high school, Wagner High School. So check those out and see if any of those speak to what you're looking for your children. Now we're going to look at the private schools available, and since private schools are primarily the Catholic school systems, I'm going to just refer to those. There might be other ones that I'm not aware of, but none come to mind other than through the Archdiocese of Louisville. So I'm going to sneak peek over here. Again, I'll have the link in the description so you can take a look at these. You plug in your St. Matthew's 40207. And if they've got preschools, and they have got so many preschools, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a ton. So hopefully that'll, if you're looking for preschools and you're thinking about St. Matthew's, you got a lot of choices here. So let's see, let's look at elementary schools, just to get a feel for how many that you're eligible for. Again, just a ton of elementary schools here through the Catholic school system. High schools are, let's see, a lot. Again, we've got multiple. I would say in St. Matthew's, in terms of just spot on in the geographic neighborhood of St. Matthew's, Trinity High School is probably the best known for the male school, and then Sacred Heart Academy is probably spot on geographically right in the heart of St. Matthew's for female. So again, lots to choose from. And let's see, K through 12 schools. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4. So again, you can do a real deep dive on any of these schools, see what speaks to you, and at least if you're looking at the area and schools are one of your major considerations, you have a ton to choose from. And now to the star of the show, which is let's take a look at market stats for St. Matthew's housing, and then together we'll go through and look at some of the ones that are listed for sale, what the price ranges are based on condos, townhouses, single family homes, that kind of thing. And as always, we'll do that together. I would have not looked at any of these before, so when I go through to show it to you, I'm just off the cuff what my thoughts are. So let's get started. Okay, so we're in to my my realtor site that I have access to look at these market stats. So I went ahead and teed this up. Now this is looking at all price ranges, all property types, all sizes, and all bedrooms. So I can of course go in and do a deep selection for you if you're interested, but right now we're going to look at it in its broadest terms. And if we go down here and we look December 2024, here really does illustrate what I'm talking about with the different parts of St. Matthew's. So the entire MLS for Jefferson County is and surrounding counties is $275,000 for your median price. In St. Matthew's, now this is St. Matthew's neighborhood, so it's quite steep, $550,000. But if you look at St. Matthew's proper, which may be considered more of the closer to the corridors around Shelbyville Road, like I talked about earlier, that does offer you some affordability as well as convenience, but also you're going to be, in a very highly trafficked area. So that's 290,000. So that's quite a difference. That's one of the things, if we work together, that I can point out to say, hey, if you're looking at St. Matthews and these huge numbers came up, let's do a little deeper dive. And based on your comfort level, let's zero in on some of those places where it's not so expensive. So that gives you kind of an overall view of St. Matthews and what you can expect in terms of price. So next, let's go deep dive some of these properties and see this vast difference in price and see what that looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go in and look at properties together blind. The best way to get there is you can go to my website, paulyrealestate.com, scroll down. You can always access the current market statistics, some of which I showed you earlier. But then come down here and look for the most up-to-date listings. Let's click on that. And then you'll come to my broker's site, and he is connected directly to what I can see, which is the MLS. The difference, I think, the most difference between the MLS that realtors have access to and places like Zillow is the MLS is real time. It updates immediately, and sometimes I've seen a little lag time with Zillow that still shows that it's either for sale or pending when it's actually closed. So this will get you into looking for what you're looking for that's real-time data. So once you come in here and you start typing your search, there is up here communities, and you can look for St. Matthews here. So after we click on St. Matthews, we're going to go straight. I'm going to go, instead of going to my broker's site, I'm going to go straight into my realtor site so that I can show you directly what I can see. So the first one here is 175. It looks like it's a condo. Now I've done a selection so that it's 40207, and right now in the area that covers, 38 properties are for sale in 40207. So let's kind of look at this this first one, because this gives you an entry-level price point pretty much. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and we will go in and take a look real quick, and let's see what we can see. So looks like it was done in the summertime. Pretty nice. Looks very clean. I'm not going to go through all the pictures because we'll be here all day. But of course, this is the kind of things that you're looking at. And let's look at the detail that I can see. It's a condo, prime location. It is. It's got natural light. So this is the kind of things that I can see. On Zillow, I'm not sure you get this much detail, but at least if you're interested in a very entry-level price point, 175 for a condo is good. Then let's look at 229. Looks like this is also another condo. Yeah, it's pretty. Chandeliers, kind of harkens back to some of the old St. Matthew's glory. And then let's look at detail. Sorry if I make you nauseous, but you can always go through and look at it at your leisure. It's 2 bedroom, 2 bath condo, 229. We'd want to, look at the different square footage. So this is saying it's 163 a square foot. You've got covered parking. So monthly fees in here, no concessions. So that's the 229. I think I'm going to get out of the condo area. You've got 114 for another condo, 185. So just a word to the wise, if this is a first-time home buyer, when you're looking at the condos, that what I like to really do is dial into the HOA stuff. How much is it going to charge you? What does it cover? Are there any restrictions there in terms of rentals, what you can and can't do with your property? And if there are any assessments, we'd want to know if they've got an assessment due for a new roof, for example, or a new common space area. So we'd really want to, it's not just looking at the property, but it's really doing due diligence on HOAs because they can really mess you up. So let's look at our first house for $629. See what that looks like. 629. It's 2,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's newly constructed in the heart of St. Matthews. That's rare because a lot of the housing stock here is, the World War II forward type style, age. So this is, if new construction seems to be something that you're interested in, it's rare. So that's your 629. We'll go look at some photos just to take a peek. Looks nice and open and airy. No, I don't want to do that. Beautiful kitchen. It's very nice. So this looks like they're attached. So let's do it a little deeper. They're calling it a residence. It's not architectural. It's 2-story. There is monthly maintenance. It's a patio and porch. It's got a patio and porch. I thought it was going to be a patio home written in here. There's a lot of detail in here that gets frustrating because it's not so easy to find. But it looks like it's an attached home to me based on those photos. But very nice, very pretty, very open, and new construction. So that's your $629.9 price range. This one actually also looks fairly. Oh, I see. Yes. So this is 100 Wellstone Place, and this is 111 Wellstone Place. So chances are really good that it's probably a patio home type configuration for that. So let's look at St. Matthews, 590. Also looks like, attached, 590. So if you're looking for, a lower maintenance lifestyle, but still have what looks to be a gorgeous privacy, home, independence, that's a nice option in the 590. Again, we've got the 184, 179, 169. Now this is your classic on Grandview Avenue. This is your classic St. Matthews home, and it's 349.9. A lot of housing stock. Is this size, this style? If we can figure out quickly the age that it was built, we'll highlight that as well. But this definitely is your classic St. Matthews home. It's got a nice basement. That's a nice feature, and nice large deck. So this is kind of the area I'm talking about, where you've got your hybrid of the neighborhood, but then it's not that far, you know, gosh, 2-minute drive to a restaurant from here. So let's see if we can quickly look at this detail. It's 2 beds, 2 baths, and 1731 square feet. I'm sorry, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I'm sorry. And yeah, looks nice. Let's see if we can find the year that it's built quickly. Maybe you see it before I do. But that's your classic St. Matthew's house. So this one, just to keep in mind, this is 3 bedroom, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet. Then we jump up to 510, and it is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 full, 1 half bath, 1628. So we'd have to look to see why this one jumped up, what would make it superior to the one that we just looked at, besides, just some obvious things that jump out. And then this is 875 Brownsboro Park. It's got a new roof, finished basement, completely renovated. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. No, I'm sorry, 2 full, 1 half. It's age 73. So that's 525. We're not going to go into each one of these. This looks like, your another very classic St. Matthew's home. Let's see, let's take a peek at this one. Older, you can tell. Probably needs some love. Let's look at the detail here. Built in 1940. That's your sweet spot for the large majority of your inventory here. It's 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 full, 1 half bath. And again, from a neighborhood standpoint, you're going to get all the amenities like you've seen with the others. Then you've got these. It's a 1.1 million. Another part, Mockingbird Valley is a very high-end neighborhood area, as you can tell by the price. Very stately, very pretty. We won't look through all these. There's some detail. It was built in 2001, 5,725 square feet, 5 bedroom, and a 4-1 bath. It's on a cul-de-sac. Yeah, Mockingbird Valley Green neighborhood has a lot of your estates such as this. And then we drop back down to the 385 with more of your classic neighborhood. 800, 419, 485, 565. This is another, I don't know, I can't help myself with the classics. With this kind of stone and brick, very, very classic to St. Matthew's. Very cute. Those archways. So you've got a lot of character here. Built in 1939, and it's 3 bedrooms, 2, 1, and very classic. And then we've got our this one's 8 million. Let's see what subdivision it says it's in. It's on an 8.5 acre sanctuary. Yeah, Mockingbird Valley. And it was built in 2006. So you've got some newer properties in here. So that's, let's look at pictures for $8 million. I'm sure they'll be spectacular. Yeah, you're definitely paying for that acreage in. I mean, that's unheard of to have that much acreage so close into downtown Louisville. It's quite the estate. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. It's real close to the Presbyterian Seminary. That's also part of the Mockingbird Valley area. Very stately. And then we've got our 300,000 in your classic, 2.6 million. This looks new construction. Another classic 393. Let's look at detail here. It's 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I mean, these were your classic starter homes, and hopefully they can be again for some folks. This one's nice. The sellers are offering $10,000 for upgrades and appliances, allowing to add your own finishing touches. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if we looked at these real quickly, but it's just your cute starter home. Solid home. Let me flip back. I want to see the year it's built. 1955. So yeah, one of your classic solid homes. This looks like a 1.3 Stonehaven over here. New construction. So I won't go anymore. We went through a smattering of these so that you can see just a huge variety. That's the nice part about having both a little blend of suburbia and urban, is that you have so many different housing types within one area. And the more you get into your monolithic suburbs, the less real options you have. You either can fit that price point or you can't. But in St. Matthews, I really think you do get the best of both worlds. So there you have it. That's St. Matthews. I hope I've given you enough of a flavor of the area, and the fact that you don't have to buy an $8 million house to be able to live in St. Matthews. You can look anywhere from, those those mid to upper hundreds for your condos, all the way up to those estate $8 million dollars. But everyone, from a community standpoint and proximity standpoint to convenience, everybody has access to that. So if you saw something you liked, or you have questions about St. Matthews, or you want me to do a deeper dive for you personally with what you're looking for, then you can always contact me, Joan Pauley, and I would be happy to talk with you and help you out in any way that I can. So with that, have a great rest of your day.